Today we are going to be doing another guitar tutorial where we're going to be diving into Birds of a Feather by Billie Eilish. So for this one, I am going to be explaining a little bit more of the actual notes that you will be playing on the actual guitar itself. So if you like those types of tutorials, make sure to stick around to the end. This song is in standard tuning. To get us started, for the main little part that you're hearing consistently in the background, I want to let you know that you will be playing these three notes back and forth consistently. So for that, you will be playing on the 4th string downward, counting up, down. You'll be placing your ring finger on the 7th fret of the 4th string. And you're also going to lay down your middle finger on the next fret next to it on the 6th fret of that same 6th string. And with your index, you'll be keeping it placed on the 5th fret of the very last string. And these will be the notes that you'll be consistently jumping between. So what you're doing here is that you're plucking on the 4th string and then you're plucking on the last string. So it goes. And now here you're going to be playing this 4th string almost about twice. I like to play it twice. So it's once with the 7 and then switching off, so hammering off onto the 6. So. Alright, so now that we know how to play the main melody, let's dive into the actual chords, which there's only 4 of. However, these chords are a little bit more unique, so I'm going to be trying my absolute best to describe it and to have it up on screen for you to visually see it. The very first one is not too bad. It is the D chord, and that sounds like this. Playing from the 2nd string downward, you get that amazing sound. So this next chord we're going to be learning will be a B minor 7. This one will have your index finger on the 2nd fret of the 2nd string. The next will be your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. And then you're going to have your ring finger on the 2nd fret of the last string. And you'll be playing them from the 2nd string downward. And that'll sound like this. Now the third chord that we'll be learning is more of a single individual note in all open strings. For this one, you'll be placing your index finger on the 2nd fret of the 2nd string, and you'll be strumming all of these wide open. I would actually focus a little bit more emphasis when it comes to you playing towards the top, as this will get you more of the sound of the actual song. And now the final chord that we will be learning is an A7 suspense 4. For this one, we'll go ahead and we're going to put our index finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string downward, and then we're going to put our middle finger on the 3rd fret of the 5th string, counting downward. And playing those all open sounds like this. And now there is one final chord that I do like to use, and this one I really don't know the name of. However, it is an extra note sliding downward, which I personally feel like fits and completes the entire loop of the song. But the chord is, once again, very similar to the A7 suspense, or sustain, whatever the sus stands for, okay? And then I like to move it down to the next note, or the next fret, as I feel like it completes it before diving back into the D. This is how I put it all together with the strumming pattern. So those are the chords. Now we will be integrating it with a strumming pattern, but before I describe the strumming pattern, I would like to show you how I play it. That's the actual pattern that I'm playing. However, I do like to emphasize, you don't have to do this strumming pattern. You can 100% do single strums. I can't sing to save my life, but nonetheless, as you can see, you could go ahead and you could dive into individual notes, individual just single strums, and you can definitely follow the song. So now you got the main melody, you got the chords, and you got the strumming pattern. It sounds like you're rock and rolling at this point. So if you do have any more questions, feel free to drop them down below in the comment section, as I'll be making sure to answer them as soon as I can. And don't forget to like and subscribe, as I do plan on making more easy guitar tutorials for you to follow along with. So thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.